Nov Clibber, friends. Darth Momo here to talk about the 9th through 16th episodes of Forces of Destiny Season 2. I'm kind of getting tired with having to go through and individually do them all, so I'm just going to do the bulk of it in one video. So here we go. Episode 9, Chopper and Friends. Okay, so, this one was fun. It was alright. Just a simple little adventure, I guess, with Hera and Chopper and a couple Ewoks. Felt very Rebels-esque, if that makes sense, so that was kind of nice. Probably the best they've done so far with these characters. But, I don't know. It was more so like, it was good, but unnecessary and forgettable. And so, that's kind of just my brief thoughts on it. One other big, massive continuity, which it seems all these episodes do. Almost every one of them introduces a continuity issue, whether it be timeline or what else. This one had the original Phantom in it, which was stupid. And I don't know how they explain that one. It'll probably just be like, oh, basic animation, whatever. Good heavens, the Phantom's destroyed. Just put the Separatist shuttle in. Why must you complicate this? So, all in all, I give it a 7 out of 10. Episode 10, Monster Misunderstanding. So, I was always wondering whether we'd get an episode set before the Clone Wars or not, and I thought, there's not really much place they could do it. I guess I was wrong. Here we have the one that takes place in between episodes 1 and 2. Padme's still queen, some Colo clawfish monster, it was one of the monsters, and it was trying to get its little kid or something that poachers had. So, it was okay. Didn't introduce any continuity issues. It was more, but why are these guards allowing the queen to come down there if this monster's trying to attack? So that was one thing I felt it seemed a little odd, just lacking common sense. So I don't know, that's what I got there. Episode 11, Art History. So I'm guessing this takes place in between or during or shortly before Siege of Mandalore. It could be a little place afterwards, or not Siege of Mandalore. Sorry, it was like Heroes of Mandalore or something. The beginning of Rebel Season 4. So I thought it was good, cool that they had Tristan in. I liked it. It wasn't necessarily any contradictions or anything. It was just, again, pretty much just it was forgettable. There was nothing really that stuck out with it. And most of these are rememberable in a sense because they're so bad. And the ones that are okay are just, it's like, meh. Episode 12, Porgs. My oh my, have we fallen. No, the Porg episodes, they're okay. And this one was kind of funny, but it was, again, it was literally, there was nothing to it. And I wish these kind of things would be mostly just taken from canon because it would give it freedom to do whatever, and it would just kind of, they're little fun things for kids, but instead it complicates the narrative and yada yada yada. But again, this one, it was alright. I think this is the first time a first time that a Star Wars is released in media where there's no speaking. So, I thought that was kind of interesting, but it wasn't as bad as the holiday special. Episode 13, Perilous Pursuit. So this pretty much took a deleted scene. I don't know why everyone's saying it's shortly after Han's killed. No, it's not. They'd have mentioned that. This is before they go to where this is right before Han gets killed. So the deleted scene was just them trying to get the place where they deactivated the doors or something so Han and Chewie could get in and place the bombs. So that while they're placing the bombs, these guys are getting back and they crawl up the ladder and everything and come in to watch Han confronting Kylo Ren. So, it was much better than the deleted scene. And, again, it makes me wonder why, I guess not necessarily wonder, but, why they went for Rose and Finn, because the chemistry between Rey and Finn is amazing. It works. I'd much rather watch this. These 2 minutes were far more superb than the entire film with Finn and Rose. So it makes me wish that there was more of this in The Last Jedi, but, I like this. Again, it's forgettable, there's nothing much really to it, but it was good. Episode 14, Traps and Tribulations. So this one, I guess, brings back some monster or something from the old EU, the original Ewok spin-offs. It was okay. Cool to see Leia use the lightsaber. Kind of wish we'd see Luke do a little bit more, but again, it was cool to have him back around this time and doing some Jedi stuff and all that. So I like that. That was pretty good. But again, it's kind of, for the most part, forgettable. But otherwise, that was it. It was okay. Episode 15, A Disarming Lesson. So, I mean, this one complicates the narrative and everything because Season 2 implies that the Rebels haven't returned to Lothal since, they haven't returned to Lothal since, since they left trying to rescue Kanan. So in between Season 1 and 2, they hadn't really returned to, hadn't been to Lothal. However, this episode says the complete opposite, because by that point, Ahsoka knew who Ezra was. She knew he had a lightsaber and everything, but this implies this is like they've just pretty much really gotten the first interact one-on-one. So again, complicates the narrative, shouldn't be here, but otherwise the story and what the lesson was trying to teach was okay, it was good. And this is more so the rememberable one because it brought in Ezra Bridger to Forces of Destiny. And the last time we see Ezra Bridger is he's getting taken out with space whales and everything, but this is far between that, so I don't know. Anyway, the final episode, episode 16, Triple Cross. So I guess this wasn't Emilia Clarke who reprised the voice for Kira. I haven't seen Solo still. I've read kind of about it. I've got the basic gist, and I've heard about those spoilers, that one big spoiler, but this episode, again, kind of complicating the narrative. Where's she taking Hondo? Is she turning him into the Empire? How's he escape? It was, don't get me wrong, it was fun to have Jim Cummings back voicing Hondo Ohnaka, but, it's forgettable. There's really not much to it, and that's what it really is with these Forces of Destiny episodes. Otherwise, guys, thanks for joining in. Darth Momo out. And we'll see you around if they do another batch of these things, although I hope and I pray to the Lord Almighty that they do not. Anyway, may the Force be with you, always. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. If you liked the video, comment down below and hit that like button. Oh, and check out some of my other videos. I'm sure you'll find them in the light.